I want to discuss the brilliance of RoboCop Rogue City. Now, the game gets off to a fantastic start. It brings in Basil's score from the original film. You know, you're blowing heads off. But that is not what the game is. It's a teaser. It's like a nostalgia type thing. It tickles your balls a little bit. It's like, oh yeah. Okay, I can get into this. Yeah, it's like the movie. But no. It transforms into just this masterpiece of a first-person shooter. It has all kinds of elements. It does all kinds of things right. Lots of really weird but great side quests when you're in the open hub area. One thing can be said is they reuse the same hub area, but they alter it a little bit each time, you know, to make it feel a little different. Low budget game. But that's besides the point. Storytelling wise, I think it is completely fascinating. The light RPG elements, you know, it involves, there's different sides you can take. I believe they're called factions in your games. You know, there's a political part. Two different guys running for mayor. You can side with either one of them. One of them is the guy from RoboCop 2, the black dude. And the other dude, Mills, I think his name is. I don't remember him in any of the RoboCop films. He might be a new character. The shooting. No, let's stick to the RPG stuff still. I'm not sure how deep it gets, but it is engrossing. You know, there's this reporter chick, there's a psychologist, there's pickles. You have dialogue options with them, and it has like choice and consequence type stuff. How deep it goes, I haven't figured that out yet, but as of right now, I'm totally into it. The skill tree needs balancing. There's certain things that are broken and certain things that are useless. I think I've gone into that in a previous video, so I won't go into it here. I haven't gone into the PCB boards and the chip merging. As of right now, chip merging is kind of pointless. It can actually fuck you over merging chips. Like, you want to keep the chips that you got. And this is not a difficult game. Mostly. That's the whole point. You're RoboCop. You're supposed to be playing on easy mode. Or normal, I mean. That's the whole point. Your role-playing is RoboCop. I don't know why anybody would want to play on the higher difficulties. That would defeat the whole purpose of being RoboCop. You don't want to feel like a spongy bitch getting your ass kicked by these loser punks like gangster fucks. Yeah, I'll never play this game on any difficulty but normal. It makes the most sense. But the shooting is so satisfying. It has some of the best shooting in any game I've ever played. The most realistic shooting. Well, I don't know if I'd say... Like, it's realistic and exaggerated. Like, if you shoot a guy in the leg continually, his leg will fly off, and he will fall over screaming. You shoot him in the head, his head will pop like a balloon. You shoot him in the arm, his arm will fly off, he'll grab his fucking stump, screaming, "Ah, my fucking arm!" and fall over. And you shoot them in the dick and the balls, and they'll grab their crotch and fall over and die, which I think is realistic. That's how I would react if somebody shot me in the cock. Just so many great... The shooting is so good. And a lot of the weapons, it's not just the Auto 9. When I first started playing this game, I was like, I'm only using the Auto 9. Why the fuck would I use any other gun but the Auto 9? That's RoboCop's signature weapon. But I started messing around with the other guns, and it turns out a lot of them are fun as fuck to use. There was the hand cannon thingy. It was like a... What the fuck was it? Like a 50 caliber pistol? I only used it in one section, and I haven't seen it since. But it was basically a one-hit kill. But yeah, stacking damage, multiplying armor, health, damage. You really feel like fucking RoboCop. You know, and you got the punch attack. Some of the perks are fun. There's one perk that I'm really interested in that is unfortunately broken. So I'm hoping they fix that in the patch. It's the Ricochet perk. You know, I think they're taking that from RoboCop 2, where he, like, deflects a bullet or whatever, or ricochets a bullet and kills a dude. Like, headshots him. That's when Lois captures the baby. The guy's, like, holding the baby hostage in RoboCop 2. Like, that sounds like a fun perk, but supposedly it's broken from what I've been reading. There's... Yeah, the as far as combat goes, it's unparalleled compared to other shooters in this day and age. It's fucking top notch. And then you have these sequences where, like, these trippy sequences, like one I'm in right now. It almost looks like something out of Silent Hill with the mannequins and all that stuff. Yeah, the game is strange. It has a lot of strange side characters, strange side quests, but RoboCop, his character remains the same, and he reacts the way he should in all these weird situations, which is what makes it awesome, story-wise. And, you know, he, what would you call it, glitches out from time to time and has memories of the past, or, like, nightmares. Things that you would see in a horror game. Like, this is like a horror sequence right here. But it's not overdone. They do it sparingly throughout the story. Sparse. That's the word I'm looking for. It's very sparse and brief. They don't overdo it, which makes it work better. It makes it effective. Like, the game is just brilliant from top to bottom. You know, the only thing that hurts it is the budget. There's a lot of glitches. I ran into a few bugs that made me lose progress. I had to reload an old save. Like, I got stuck in the geometry of the map at one point. I haven't had any freezes. There was a moment where I needed an NPC to move along and progress the side quest, but he got stuck on like a shelf and wouldn't do anything. I had to reload that. The game has problems. And I pray to God they can fix those problems, because this is incredible. Like, you feel like RoboCop, a literal walking tank. And it is the story, the side quests, a lot of it is very abstract and strange. And there's also like really routine, mundane, boring shit that a cop in real life would have to do. Like, at some point, you gotta walk through a basement and try and find a lady's cat. It's everything just comes to get. It's like RoboCop meets Twin Peaks meets, in this case, Silent Hill. Like, I feel like I'm playing a Silent Hill game right now. It all just blends together so fucking well. You combine that with the fucking some of the best shooting of any game ever. The action. If they work out the kinks, maybe add an expansion, add some more depth to the game, we're looking at one of the greatest games ever made. I don't feel like that's an exaggeration. This is incredible. And like I said, like these horror moments, like these nightmare moments, they're sparse. They don't overdo it. They happen at key points in the story. Like, if I was playing a horror game, like, this shit would be happening all the time, nonstop, and it would get old. I'm thinking of, like, Layers of Fear is a good example of that. I don't actually hate those games, but they overdo it. Like, the hallucinations and the voices and all that bullshit. This game, it uses that type of stuff sparingly and at the perfect moments. And the boss fights, there's only really been one that I've had so far. And apparently it's a recurring boss fight. But that was really good. It was difficult. It was challenging. Ed 209, it should be a hard fight. It's fucking Ed 209. Also, at one point, well, there's a couple different points in the story where you're actually fighting with Ed 209. At one point, you're fighting with 3 Ed 209s. More like competing against them to see who can get the more kills. Like, who can kill the more perps. Who's the more effective killing machine. It's you and 3 other Ed 209s. And 2 of them march forward, and the third one falls down some stairs and is just laying there helpless. The game's incredible.